Hey everyone, it's me. I just recently colored my hair, so I told my stylist I wanted to have like mermaid color, so he did it. He made my dreams come true. So anyways, I want to talk about chickens. Sorry, I got off on topic, but I just wanted to talk about that for a second. But anyhow, and I just made a cheesecake. It's right there. So my house smells amazing, but I want to talk about chickens and everyone, I didn't know anything about chickens until I recently started um, raising them. And I'm no expert, and I'm not going to claim to be an expert, but I'm going to tell you what I learned about raising chickens thus far. I am a new chick mom. My chickens are about 2.5 months old, give or take. I don't remember the day we got them, but I got married, and we have a property that goes pretty far back, and we have a camper, and we had a good space. So I said to my husband, why don't we get another puppy? He said, no, we have two. So why don't we get chickens? And I said, what? What do you mean, why don't we get chickens? What is that? No, you get chickens. You can buy them at Tractor Supply in different places, or you can buy them from breeders. And I'm like, okay. So we knew a couple of things, but just to bring them home, we had to have all the supplies. You have to have a heater because they need heat until they get their feathers in. Um, you even need heat for them. You just want to make sure they're comfortable. You have to have the proper enclosure for them and you have to have the proper space. And whether it's in your basement, it has to be a nice area for them. Um, we had ours in the house because we don't have a basement. We don't have a garage. So ours were in the house, in the living room. They were with us all the time. So and initially, we got the chick food and the nutrients that you pour into the water, and you have to get the feeders, the water and the feeder, so that and a space for them. So initially, we had them in a horse trough, 3 feet high, 4 feet wide, and they quickly outgrew that. They were kind of on top of one another, so we got this. Um, a dog enclosure on Amazon. It's a nylon thing that they can see out the windows, and you can unzip it and they can run out, and top unzips, bottom unzips. So it's really easy for clean, but it was 4 feet around. So it took up a great deal of space in the living room for a while. It's just about maintaining, checking on them every day, holding them, letting them eat out of your hand. That helps them to get acclimated to you. And then you have to check their butts every day because they have something called pasty butt, where if they poop and it gets stuck on the butt, then you have to clean the butt, and you have to pick them up, hold them in a little towel, clean the butt with soap and water, um, let them dry, put them back in, and then they're usually good to go. I did use a hair dryer on mine because it's just far away. I just dry them a little, and then sometimes, well, if they do start to pick on one another just because they're too close, um, they may start to peck at another one, just peck and pull the feathers out, and then they start to bleed. And the chickens are cannibals by nature, so what you have to do is you have to remove that chicken, clean them off, just soap and warm water, put them in a separate enclosure, let the tail dry, and then spray them with Blue Coat, BLUEKOTE. Spray them with Blue Coat and then let them dry, and you can reintroduce, because chickens, when they see the blood, they'll still go after it. So you have to make sure they don't see any red. So that helps in that area. So it's a lot of love, a lot of patience, a lot of interacting with them. Even if you do it 5 minutes every day, put your hand in the cage with them and hold them and snuggle with them and things like that. But during the time, we didn't even have a coop, so we had a structure outside, and it had two sides done. It was 6 feet tall and 6 feet on each side. So we had to put two extra walls. We had to build roosting perches. We had to build a nesting box so they can lay their eggs, and then we had to put a new roof on it, and we had to make sure it was really secure, because you want to make sure that no predators get in and take your chickens' lives. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen pictures of this happen, and you hear a lot about mink, um, the coyotes, the foxes. They all will do whatever it takes to get in there and get your chickens. It's terrible. So last thing you want is to go in your coop and find all of your chickens have lost their lives because of a predator. So we had to we had to really look at night with a flashlight to make sure underneath you didn't see any light coming in. We do have vents, we have a window on the door, but everything else is secure, secure, secure. So we put money into our coop. It was like $500 just to make the coop and another 500 to make the run, which is like a 12 by 12 foot space for them. So, and then we took natural things from the yard, the logs and things like that that they can perch on. But it is a lot of work. We have two different types of fencing. It's chicken wire, and then it's another hard fence. So we have two layers. We wired it all together, and then we put a black plastic over the top, stapled it down, nailed it. We're good to go. So we don't have any fear of anything getting in the coop. So it takes a lot of work. It's a decent coop for us ran around $1,000. It was really, and plus the issue today is the price of lumber has gone up. It's like $1 a foot. So a 2x4 is going to cost you, $8 on up. It's kind of crazy. So anyways, it's the lumber. If you can either find a completed coop or you find someone that's giving away wood, our Home Depot puts out discounted lumber. It's a couple of times a week. So we go in and get it 75% off. So you could really save a lot of money with that too. But we built an amazing coop. Our chickens are very happy. They don't pick on one another. Sometimes they face off and look like they're going to fight, but they don't. They just, whatever. But it's a lot of work. You have to really have the time, like you would with any animal. You really have to have the time to love them, to nurture them, to care for them, to keep them clean, to give them fresh water, to give them fresh food, checking just to make sure that they are flourishing and get them little treats. Just read up on it. We didn't know anything about chickens until we actually got chickens, until we got the little chicks. They were so cute. I've shown pictures of them before along the way, but it's so fascinating. I love it. So it's wonderful. And then you sit in the run area with them. We bring our chairs in and sit down, and they, my husband will tap on his leg. They'll jump up on his leg, or they'll, you catch one and you hang out, and they like to have their chest scratched. It's their breastbone here. They like to have that scratched. And a couple of mine, I can turn them upside down and scratch their, chest and belly area. So that's all there is to it. So it's not for the faint of heart. You have to have money. It's better if you can find a Tractor Supply or a breeder and go in that direction. But just want to talk about that. It is fun and it's soothing, and it's almost a Zen-like state when you just hang out with them, and they all have different personalities, and you could just tell what the pecking order is going to be. But that's all there is to it. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or anything, I'm not like an expert by far, but I've done pretty well because all of our chickens are healthy, they're happy, and they have a great space, and they like to relax. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.